Not recording, streaming. Stop recording. But keep the streaming. Don't stop the streaming.
A streamer in a smoky room. You smell wine and sheep perfume.
It has begun.
For a smile, you can share the night.
It goes on and on.
And on. Mm. Sheep was just a small town boy. Born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight steam train to anywhere.
Oh dear. Wow. Shit. I'm gonna actually
Small,
title this stream.
small town boy in a small town world. Oh, that's a different song, I think.
That is a different song, yeah.
I've titled the stream 13th Age, The Lost World. Bonus stream.
Mm.
Apparently
The boniest.
The boniest.
Bony stream.
The
Time
boning
to
stream.
finish eating
That's something
my
else.
Indian. Yeah, the bony stream is completely different. I'm totally not allowed on YouTube.
Nope. We need to go to our Xtube account for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably do some streaming myself again very soon, although on my own platform. And after talking to Grimmith, I think I'll try Beam.
Yeah.
Beam.pro.
Yep.
Just briefly tried it today, but there's basically no delay. Like
really?
you know how when you talk on like a YouTube or Hitbox stream and you have the stream running, but in the background you get this feedback loop.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that on Beam, you just hear a faint echo because the stream will talk at the same time as you do. It's weird. And apparently Manaki is streamed on there as well.
Isn't there like some third-party software you need for that to work?
Yes. But
Really?
That looks okay. It sort of looks like OBS. It was super easy to set up.
Yeah, we'll see. I might try Beam as well, since everyone is moving there. But I simply haven't had the time and the energy to sit down and understand it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But if you also tell me that it's amazing, I'll...
I mean, I don't know yet. I just know that Grimmer thinks it's good.
Grimmer thinks it's very good.
Yeah. Or as Grimmeth put it, he is cautiously optimistic.
There you go.
It's a very Grimmeth thing to say.
Beam.
Hey, DS.
The gang's all here.
Yay!
We're even on time.
Jeg snakker med de andre.
DDS, are you actually here?
I'll just need a minute, I think. No, I'll just quit out of this. There's nothing here I can't just do again.
Oh yes. Anrakyn and Hírandor were getting their faces punched.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Although for some reason you're still staggered, but you're not. Your health's fine.
That's because Jonas keeps forgetting to set staggered, so I do it, but then I forget to unset it.
Isn't it set automatically when you
No, it's not. No.
Because our macros don't set it.
Mm. I guess it shouldn't be standard.
No, but I should.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're killing everything but Ace, because Ace seems to have fought them, so that's a good thing. And I think we were going with, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt for the second.
We pretty much concluded that she was, tricked.
Yeah.
By sneaky advisor.
Sneaky advisor. I hope Druid-looking advisor just gives up.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but
Even if it does, it's gonna die.
yeah. Conserve resources or full blast?
We're in a sort of conserve mode at the moment. Nothing amazingly dangerous is going on, except maybe Advisor Druid might be scary. We don't know yet.
Yeah. I'm kind of hurt, but next round I should be... Well, yeah, next round I should be fine. Because I get another recovery. But this ongoing fucking sucks. So... It's a lot of ongoing. Technically, I didn't roll save ends at the end of my turn.
If you say so, I don't recall anything.
I don't think I did. No, I did. I did because I didn't roll evens.
Alright, since we're all here and stuff, and it's time.
It is time.
Before we do a recap, which should be easy because it was so recently, this session is probably going to be really short. Because it's pretty much just the tail end of what I have had planned for last Friday, and I didn't want to bloat it up to a full session just to have a full session. And the thing coming next would not be a good thing to start in the middle. So I figured we'd play this out, see how long it takes, and then I can do my usual thing of asking you guys a bunch of annoying questions, as well as some other things. So just aware for the plan for today.
Sure. Though one question has come through before. You question us later. What was the name of the inn that we met Gavir in before coming here?
That was Price Point Inn.
Okay. I think Azikal was preparing something. That's all.
The inn that started the game, indeed.
That half of the party don't know of.
Yeah. Right, let's have a recap from someone.
Sure. We started last session very confused because we were off for quite a while. And then we remembered we're going to Grand Castle. So we met up with Gavir in Price Point Inn, where he had like a mercenary band of stuff. And we set out, got near Coppergate, and there was this whole discussion about, how are we going to get in? And then there was the discussion about chaining ourselves up and putting us in a cage and pretending we were prisoners. So, after much discussion and much pouting from Hírandor, we did that, went into Coppergate, went through, went up to Grand Castle, was allowed in rather quickly, which startled Gavir. And then we kept on going through the city until like the caravan, as it were, stopped, and Gavir slashed the throat of a guard and ducked into a house/tavern or something. I can't remember what building it was. It was a building. We were like, the fuck? And we left it. We just stayed in our cage. We waited until another ambush where we saw some faces that we sort of know as nameless NPCs or name-ish NPCs, and we were like, yeah, we can break out now. So we broke out, and then we thought, we're gonna need to find Malon. We kind of need him to sort this shit out because this is a fucking mess. So we went to his home, discussed that. We signed a contract about Hírandor fighting someone of Malon's choosing in combat to like severe pain and harm, but not death. And then we took Malon to basically try and fix the city. We told him to go and fix the city while we go and fix the palace. So we flew into what turned out to be Gavir's old bedroom and made our way to this lovely hall, whereupon we saw Ace. And Sneaky Advisor, which is now dead, and Druid-looking Advisor, which is still alive and covered in flames. We were immediately swarmed, Hírandor mostly, taking stupendous amounts of damage. Graham's a ghost, and that's great. And Talia's a zombie. He was not covered in bees, and that's very, very good.
Basically bees.
Yeah, basically bees.
Tiny people with pointy things.
It's true. Anrakyn's now being stabbed, so's Tarlia. Graham isn't. Ace is.
Good.
And Hírandor isn't. So it's great. The 2 tanks aren't being hit, so yeah. And now we're here.
I think I've been hit a single time in this battle.
No, you have your
Like,
+5.
that guy's a ghost, let's just ignore him.
Yeah.
I need to do some more damage. I'll make people hate me more.
Right.
Because your flesh is rotting, Tarlia. Yes, alright.
Yes. And so we will continue the fight. That happened pretty much in the sort of, what's the word? The lobby, the pathway to the inner sanctum of the palace.
Entry hall.
The entry hall. That's a good word. And I believe I left everything as it was. So escalation die goes to 4. And it's Graham's turn.
Gotta love that escalation die. That's. Wait, now that doesn't make sense. It would be 3.
It would be
No,
3. So
no. Because you use
why?
your ability to raise the escalation dice.
Yes, but the escalation die is always 1 behind the round, because round 1 has escalation die 0.
oh, that's
I
true.
raised it then
That
to
makes
1,
sense.
and so it
Oh,
would still be 3.
maybe you
I
raised
think you have
it
done
before.
that.
I probably already
Last
increased that.
Regardless, it's Graham's turn, and there's a druid-looking advisor guy down there, and he's gonna get wrecked. So I'll go over there, engage with him.
Fuck, it's
And
weird to
try
come back
to,
into combat. What the fuck?
Gonna just smite him. Straight out of the path. I haven't used that yet, so
Yeah, it
Let's do
doesn't.
that.
It doesn't apply in this case, but just as a reminder, he does have this buff running. When a staggered enemy hits him, it triggers.
yes. But last time you told me, I remember that it was only staggered. I was like, what? I get it
Yes.
free. I was like, well, then I don't give a damn. So now he is going to be dead, because now Graham knows suddenly that he's far too strong to be targeted by this guy.
That is yes.
monster.
That slashes into him.
Horrible thing. I actually forgot a +1, but it's okay.
You beast.
And I give him the +1 to being hit, aura, which is also important. Do I have any other songs?
Alright.
I think I don't think it's my only one. Just to slash him as well. That's with the +1, of course.
That does not
Oh,
manage to pierce his reinforced robe. Let's see. Are any of these guys alive? No, I can remove them. You are very much just squashed, as far as I remember. And he likes none of this. Oh god. You try to
What the fuck
disengage.
just happened?
What was? I don't know what that was.
surrender and your soul may lead to the foot of the realm.
That was his soul being poured into the Netherrealm.
The time of human flesh comes to a close.
Dark, are you still alive?
Has succeeded.
Now
So
is
he'll
the
Coward!
now it is the
Move
time
over
of
here.
machine.
Let's see. Does he think that he can inflict some damage to Graham? Yes, if he does think so, as he will conjure some vividly green fire and throw it at Graham and everyone involved.
Objection.
19.
Everyone involved with Graham.
Objection.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hobby action.
That would be considered magic if you want to do something, that is true.
What is the escalation die?
It is 3.
3.
26. The spell is cancelled.
That's right.
Suck it, bitch.
Your feeble magic
as well-
no match
As well
for
engaged
us.
as Jack's cutter, she just steps to the side and draws out one of her dispelling runes, destroying his spell in its hand.
Beautiful.
Perhaps made a bit easier for Tarlia, as the flames do seem rather familiar, the feel of them. Tarlia.
Fey wizard.
Okay, first thing, I'm going to try to disengage the Jack's cutter, but not by normal method, by method of electrocution.
The method of electrocution, eh?
That is a miss.
Oh,
How much damage do I take?
You take 7 damage.
All right.
Apologies, 6 damage.
Okay. Bring down to 85, and my temporary hit points are gone. Oh, that should be one higher, actually. I just realized to hit. One higher on top of that.
1 higher would be a hit.
Okay. Because I forgot Bless, which was still running.
All right. Tries to redirect your hand to shock yourself instead, but it just wasn't enough. You're blessed. Divine intervention.
Yes, divine
Like, screw
intervention has
that
saved
guy.
me. As I kind of disengage. Now. How's Ace look like she's doing? Does she look like she's okay?
She looks like she's doing just fine. These guys over here, they have very big crossbows, which makes them terrible in close quarters combat.
Excellent. How's Anrakyn doing?
Sort of fine. This Jack Joker is kind of sucky.
I remember them being really mean. I don't remember what they do.
They do a lot of damage
They do
and bleed.
like bleed stuff, yeah.
Well,
I think that's what the 21 ongoing I have is about.
okay. Let me just scroll down. Sheep.
Yeah.
No.
Would you call like this a line?
Yeah. If you moved like here, it would definitely be a line.
Oh,
Sure, I
it's totally
take
a line.
interest-
Oh, yeah.
Anrakyn,
Like a
duck.
super line. Alright, sure.
Tarlia has no time for this. So let's just pull out
Nobody
a.
got time for that.
Let's just pull out a minor dose. This will be against the cutter first because it's closer. Of lightning.
Minor dose
Wow.
of lightning bolt.
Fucking
All right.
Christ.
That can't be the
does
correct
hit.
damage.
Yeah, I'll double check that damage.
That can't be the correct damage for
It
lightning
could
bolt.
just be a really low,
Well, it
low
might be a
roll.
level 5 spell.
Let me just double check.
Even so, 34 damage for a lightning bolt. That's
Could be a low roll, remember? I got
Okay,
like
just
20
10
before.
ones.
It's 7d8 apparently.
Let me go check.
I don't
Lightning
think
Seem
bolt.
right
that's...
for a 5th level one.
No.
Seems really low, yeah.
Lightning bolt. No, that's not right. Let me just roll that as it should be. This would be 10d10.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a level 3.
That seems
lightning
more
bolt.
reasonable.
That'd be 10d10 plus 2.
Alright,
Yay,
that's another
better.
15 on top of that then. Staggering the cutter. No, not dead. Staggered. And second roll.
Yep, I'll roll attack roll against the other one. Which will be.
That is a miss.
Well, he'll still take 24 damage.
He will. Alright. Anything else?
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. And Hírandor,
Yeah.
you're not doing too good, are you?
Nah.
Take a cure. Let me double check. I have cure wounds still. Double check. I has it. Yep. Take a cure wounds and roll. So both get a free recovery
Fuck yeah.
and roll a save ends. A single save ends.
Woohoo!
Yay!
No more on.
Funny.
And roll versus escalation dice to see if I keep the spell. I do.
And if I remember rightly, the ongoing and the weakened was the same effect.
Yes.
Same save ends.
Yes.
I still have denial. I
Fantastic.
spent one lightning bolt. Okay, and that's turnover.
49. Should bring me out staggered. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, Hírandor's no longer staggered, which makes this cutter very sad. But he will attack Hírandor anyways. Because he trusts in his buddy. And Hírandor looks like the person who would intercept him if he went for Tarlia anyways.
Yeah.
So he'll stab Hírandor and miss terribly.
Woohoo!
Hírandor.
I'm gonna smite this bitch.
Is he ineligible?
No.
Okay. Smack him. Ooh.
He is a pile of bones on the floor.
My god, Hírandor hit something.
Yeah. Fuck you, man.
Nice damage too.
What?
Yeah, that's
That upgraded Smite Evilly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying
You know,
that we don't see that often.
it's true. It's true. Do you want me to come and save your ass,
I
or?
remember last
I mean,
turn-
if
last
you
turn
want
actually
to.
had pretty good attacks. Right?
Yeah, my attacks are getting better.
Like murder that whole mook.
I did. I murdered like an
That-
entire mook group
that
in
whole
one go.
mook.
Jumped out and then.
Alright, I'll come and save Anrakyn's sorry butt.
Bony ass.
Yeah.
I see where you want to go with that.
Hmm.
Anakin's
It's,
Actually, I've got
zombie.
Let me just see. That's 11. What's that?
dry, frigid flesh.
Hmm.
Where's it gone? There it is. Any natural even. Damn. Alright. Well, I'll
It's
just
also
move that.
smite evil, so that's not a flexible
Oh
attack.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, totally forgot about that. Alright, I'm there then.
Well, Joker's in trouble. He'll try to disengage. And
Oh,
maybe succeed. Probably.
this is confusing. I forgot.
Do you have a -4 or -3 on your disengage penalty?
3.
That would be a success then.
Damn.
Would be 12, which is good enough. So he will instead go for Tarlia because she's alone.
Yay, I'm safe.
I did my job.
Talia's okay with this, actually.
Smack him. Smack him with the staff. Oh, you.
I can't. I've already used it today.
And he misses. Alright.
Yay. Everything
Anrakyn.
worked out well.
I saved
well,
you,
Anrakyn
Anrakyn.
will. Yeah, thank
Talia,
you.
Talia has more AC than Anrakyn.
We'll work. We'll walk over here, and then we'll do a chant of endings. Which one of these are most hurt, or like has the lessest P? All right,
The
we'll smack.
Joker.
See what your mind is like. Tasty.
His mind is not good enough for that, and he is in deathmatch range.
All right, that will be quite enough of him then. 30 HP. Well,
Wow, that's impressive.
I'll give it to Hírandor. I mean, look at him.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Look at the poor
He's
big
like
oaf.
Pinpush him with these little spikes in him and stuff.
Yeah. I got like holes in me and it's like itchy. It's like a mosquito came with his 1,000 buddies. Oh,
Ace is going to. Are you done? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Ace is going to stab
save
one
him.
of these guys.
you've got 12 on guy. Apparently.
Oh yes, that's true.
Oh yeah, you do. Take the damage and then save.
Damage 12. And save. Yes.
Woo.
Well, Ace didn't hit anything. 2 of these would like to disengage. So no and no. So I mean, they are not going to hit her in melee. I still didn't make a melee macro for them because they're just so useless. So these 2 will just shoot at her. That's a crit
Rip Ace.
for 36, and that is a hit for quite a bit. Plus 18. She is staggered and not looking too well, but she's still standing. Should be this much. Escalation die goes to 4. Graham.
Get this guy. You know what? I hit so well last time, so let's just do it again. Let's try to do it again. That's 15. That's 19. What's might evil him?
That,
2.
oh yeah,
2.
that does hit. And he is staggered.
I used my book. I have already. Probably used to kill that other guy. Well, Edeling will move to attack with me. That's a 22. 22.
22 is a miss.
Oh. Poor guy. He tries so hard nowadays, but, you know, it's just tough to keep up.
You try to disengage and fail. Well, he.
Go ahead.
this-
Make a ranged attack.
It is actually a close quarters.
Oh, well.
He mostly engulfs almost himself in the flames and then throws them. So he's just fine attacking Graham here. So he says, Grand Castle burns. I've already won, and you shall burn with it. See,
Objection.
barely hits. He throws an angry glance towards Tarlia, who's cancelled his spell again.
You have won.
You say. Uh-huh.
Oh, Talia, I love you.
You know, counter magic when it's opportunity to use it, it just gives you such a grin. It's great.
That mage duel thing.
Talia.
Counter
Now
magic
she-
to counter magic.
You've got mana control, right, Graham? Right, you got him.
I think I got him, but
I'll help Ace out a little bit. I'll go ahead and send a Spirits of the Righteous out, I think, that to help Ace. Targeting the mob of mooks. As you do.
I think there are many spirits of the righteous here.
She's conjuring the righteous spirits of Graham's old army, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, sure. Fits to her current form.
Exactly. She's malleable with her magic. Double check, what escalation dice be on?
4.
Okay.
Against 2, what's that? Against
The
the
mook group.
Right, that kills 2 of them.
And the person with the lowest HP, I'm including Ace as one of the allies, will gain 4 AC until the end of the next turn.
That would definitely be Ace.
As the spiritual swarm flies around Ace, protecting her like a shield wall. Almost right now, given the spirit she's summoned, it perhaps just looks like old ones of Graham's soldiers standing valiantly.
Hírandor.
All right, where should I go? I don't know. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
I don't know. Come down here. You can attack, basically.
Sure. Why not?
Well, up there you would just double move. I don't know
Uh,
if those guys are
yeah.
going to be living for another turn, another round.
It's true. It's very true. Not escalation 44. It's only 4.
Escalation 44.
That is a hit. 37.
Schmick.
Anything else?
Let's see. What was that? That was a odd.
7.
Yeah. I might as well look to see if I've got anything, but I don't think I do. Oh wait, no, I do. I've got one thing which probably won't make any difference, but why not? And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Anrakyn.
Well, let's kill a bearded druid advisor, shall we? I don't suppose he's death nullable.
No.
I'll make him.
Now he is.
Yes. As the spell hits, rips into him, Anrakyn will look at him, see his soul flitter, and he says, "Any last words?" And like as the bearded bloke opens his mouth, he said, "Didn't think so." Enough! And rip his soul out.
Just turn tell us, Talia, I'm your, and then
Choose who to donate the hit to.
You should have said that before. It's too late now. 21 HP. I could give it to Ace, I suppose.
Can you
I
hit
think he
far
has to
away?
be nearby.
I can't. I could have moved one step, I suppose, and still have done it, but
Oh well.
Stick in one of us. Ace will be fine. She got herself
Hírandor.
into this mess by being a fool.
Hírandor gets it. Let's pump him up.
Get me back up.
Ace will stab one of these and miss again. Blame that on her wounds. Oh, they'll try to disengage.
I think she needs to check her daggers.
Yes. No. This guy will shoot Ace. And roll a natural 1. He's so scared. So much shit is happening. Escalation die goes to 5.
There is a whole bunch of like phantom people now like protecting her.
Grab.
I mean,
Alright.
I just double move.
Talia.
Get in their face. He'll be fine.
Talia will wander over watch for a moment, and we'll go ahead and blast out the one on the right.
That is the one on the right, thoroughly pierced by your javelin. And bits and pieces hitting the one on the left as well, although not quite enough to kill him.
That is fine. I'm content with this.
Hírandor.
Ace's AC bonus ends.
Boo.
Right, Anrakyn. The Mook is in definite range.
Alright, enough. 29 hit points. You know what? Let's give that to Hírandor.
Sure, top me up.
So Hírandor at this point is half enemy, half
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah, it's just souls has just been flooding into him.
I like to think as like he leaps and kind of glides slightly, lands there and goes boo. Then Anrakyn does that almost instantly.
But yeah, so this battle, Hírandor has been first dragon, then mostly divine energy after I healed him all those times, and now it's mostly souls.
Hírandor's a lot of things, but mainly
He's filled with so
platinum.
many things. He's a complex individual. He has many facets.
He is. He's fabulous.
Most of them are deaf.
Very.
The combat is over. As silence falls over the palace. In the distance, you might hear the occasional, scraping of small metal items across the floor, and then steps distancing themselves very, very quickly. But other than that, it's not much.
Is it a short rest?
It is a short rest.
Because if so, then I have to roll my recharge on my 2 forms.
That's valid. I need to recharge as well.
I took a potion, so I have that.
First. Nope.
That's
Okay,
my
cure wounds
Oh,
recharged.
no.
And yes. Alright. No
Okay,
forms.
cure
left.
wounds recharged. Radiance ends. And I used the stave and I used the tome, which are both 6+ recharges. Stave.
Cool.
Not oops. D20, not D6. Stave. Tome. Alright.
These rolls.
Everything's reloaded.
We're just gonna do nat ones now. All right.
Alright. Well,
Hírandor will walk up to Ace and put his face right in hers and says, "What have you done?"
I came here to try to prevent fighting, as I've said, but it was already too late when I came, so I tried
So
what I
you
could.
You joined the bloody side.
And the Bernie side, generally.
fireside.
She
You joined the Fire Nation. Sorry.
she looks like she is about to respond, but then shakes her head, looking down, says, "It was just when we first met, this was exactly what I wanted. But..." She stops.
Anrakyn looks at her and he will say, "It seems to me that you need to think very carefully and very hard upon your next position in this supposed government Ace. If you decide that you do not want to, now is most certainly the time to say so."
She sighs. They said that they took the city with little bloodshed, that all we had left to do was make sure that the tyrant would never wake up. It seemed like that could have been a good thing.
Yet you never bothered to actually look outside upon the city. Anrakyn says, musing at the door. Maybe you should. Maybe there is something to be seen out there, because it is most certainly not bloodless.
See what you have wrought upon the city.
My mind was clouded by thoughts of revenge.
Yes, that much is quite clear. Anrakyn inspects the door.
The door is as massive as the door not only to this room but to the entire palace, with the additional little detail that Anrakyn quite clearly feels magic emanating from it.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose we can knock.
Yeah, Anrakyn raises his scythe and knocks at the door. Dang, 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 dang. Hello?
The knock doesn't really do much, as it feels like knocking against a stone wall.
We took care of the intruders. Would you mind awfully to open?
To lift the siege and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Ace, get over here.
Ace slowly walks over, frowns at the door.
Stick close to us for now, would you?
Talia looks over. Well, no response here.
Oh, well.
Should I?
For all we know, he could already be dead in there.
Mm-hmm.
Should I attempt to breach? Or...
Let's wait for the rest of the force.
Wait for...
Talia nods.
We could clear our way out, I suppose. Open the gates to the outside, let Malorn and friends in.
That feels better.
No, that seems to be reasonable.
All right.
It also is a nice gesture, open the gates and all that.
Mm-hmm. That seems fair to me. It's not like the architect's going to run anywhere.
Hírandor looks over to Ace and says, I think you should stay with the less prone to being hit of our party.
I do not think I'm in much of a situation to fight anymore.
That's fine. Just keep out of the way.
Much of a fight.
There's also that, yes. Looking at the amount of people we killed to get where we are. And with that, I suppose we set about our grim work to kill and clear the way towards the entrance of the palace.
Find them hiding under beds and tables.
Soul steal everyone and everything.
But,
yep. But no.
Hírandor gives like a look to his claws and says, the battlements will be interesting.
All right. Walking back, essentially the way you came towards the front entrance of the palace, you don't really come across any organized opposition. It's mostly opportunists and looters and things like that, and maybe the occasional truly out of their mind person who thinks he can by himself take on all of you.
Mm-hmm.
None of them are really a challenge. If you wish to enact your vengeance and justice as you see fit, there's nothing going to stop you.
Wonderful.
I want to make it an impressive spectacle when we lead the other guys back in here. So litter the way with bodies.
Just explosions, scorch marks.
Unfortunately, I imagine
spreading everywhere.
Unfortunately, I
piles
imagine
of ash.
knock them out, and then she's totally going to turn around and see Anrakyn still soul steal them. It's like
what? Piles of ash, shriveled corpses with like horrific visages, frozen
like
upon
those
them.
Shadows with like a white mark, where like someone's ash was blasted onto the wall.
Yep,
that sort of thing.
Yep, that sort of stuff. Yeah. Send a message.
You guys go with like the darker messages. I imagine Hírandor, when attacked, just leaves a bloody message.
Hírandor's light shines so much better in the darkness.
Mm-hmm. Without dark, how can there be light?
The Platinum Inquisition's here for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, to the gates.
Meanwhile, some of the people Talia's fighting just seem to fall over because mental attacks.
Yeah. I like to imagine one of those lunatics runs up to us and Hírandor just like backhands him across like the courtyard. And like,
Thought we opened the door and like a guy flies and hits it.
Yeah.
You're not worth my time. Stave to the face.
Yeah. So we go and go to the courtyard to sort of sit on the bloody steps and wait, I suppose. Looking relaxed.
Talia will stand vigilantly.
looking at the time. Oh, you're here now.
Casually leaning at the side. We took the palace.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The palace's take is just smoking ruin behind.
It took us a while, but we ratted them all out. I mean, we got them to surrender. I mean, we
And
killed
it's
them
not even lunch yet.
Half of them tried to hide as kitchen staff in the basement.
Or
Killed them all.
and the other half hide as younglings, and Hírandor wouldn't have that at all.
I would not allow you to go that far. Calm down. Alex.
younglings. Oh,
Were there any younglings hiding sheep?
oh my god.
No younglings in the palace.
For the
Hírandor's
first
Anrakyn-
couple of
Anrakyn.
years, I imagine the Platinum Path will be merciful because people are ignorant. After that, though, ignorance will no longer be an excuse.
No.
After an entire generation has been born and died of humans, there will be no ignorance.
It's like you can't say
point
that you
is too
didn't
late.
know that the
No, you
law
won't be-
was in effect. It's your duty as a citizen to know the law. And if you don't, you'll be prosecuted.
It won't be sent the platinum book that they can have.
Not that
That's the
bad.
only
Alright.
thing they can have now.
Not that bad, people. Not that bad.
One cell, one book, one human.
Everyone's equal under the Platinum God,
Yes.
and his mistress, the Lady of Rainbow Scales.
Yes.
His mistress.
Consort. Concubine. There you go.
And these are the discussions that your characters have between each other. As you have to wait approximately maybe 2 hours or so. Takes a little while. But eventually you do hear and inevitably eventually see people arriving. At their head, Malone. Really hard to miss. Although perhaps even harder to miss are the massive constructs that he and the many people he has brought are surrounded by. I'll just... Pretty much... This is the force that he arrives with.
Look at you, my lord.
He
We could take him.
also is followed by Gavir, who sort of is hard to see between all the large people. But he certainly demands respect by the way he carries himself, at least from the soldiers and such. He doesn't make any expectations to you, of course.
Yeah.
Both Malone and Gavir look severe, look grave as they approach the bloody steps, seeing you sit there idly. Malone quickly switches back to his usual frown, although he does give you a nod of respect. Gavir, on the other hand, looks sad. The army steps up the staircase, passing by you as Gavir separates himself to talk to you, as the others seem to be rather intent on going further in. Let me clean up this place.
Capture the palace.
Sure, does make sense.
He would be like over here, just for convenience sake. Ace will be leaning against the corner. I forgot Hírandor.
To talk about
I just-
reward
yeah,
now.
sure.
It seems like the point. To
Yes, the price
Good
for
friend.
delivering an
treasury this
entire...
land.
I mean, the price of delivering Grand Castle.
You know, give your handling himself with pride, as if he ever did anything.
Yeah.
Except letting us kidnap him. And
As if this could have been achieved at all without us.
Gavir approaches you, nods as a greeting, and then from a pocket beneath his rather stained tunic at this point, not anything like blood or such, but just dirt and sludge, it seems, he produces a burned piece of something, looking like almost rubber, that he sort of drops in front of him as he looks towards you. This is what was in the food stockpiles.
Looks at the
looks
rubber.
at the thing.
Is it? What is it?
I'm honestly not sure, but it's definitely not food. I do believe that despite the city burning, this situation might not be as bad as I anticipated.
Oops, sorry, Ace.
Well.
First for nothing then.
They were assholes
Okay.
anyway.
Yeah, of course. Sneaky advisor, come on.
Druid advisor? Fuck, that man was on fire.
Well, Anrakyn will say, the palace is pacified as far as we can tell. We have rooted out all opposition.
You've certainly been very thorough.
Slight smile. Yes, as far as we understand, the dying architect is behind those massive doors. He points over.
Kavir nods, looking towards the door. Says, "Let's check my father, shall we?"
Yes, let's.
See. Walks towards the door, seeing the army as well as Malone, who are apparently lost somewhere.
I think he went out with the corpses.
Oh. Come back, Malone. Frowning at the door, sort of touching it. Kavir approaching it. Kavir nods, looking towards Graham. Says, "You have the sword with you, yes?"
Graham holds the great sword. Yeah.
I do believe that should do nicely in unlocking this door.
I thought as much. She sort of glances to Ace, who was so very intent on having it.
Mm-hmm.
Ace seems to have no such desire at the moment.
No. Yeah. When he holds the sword in this situation, like, there is no longer a Millicent in there. But there is a remnant of the personality of the first architect. And he seems to be just the person to have an influence, like, or something to say about all this shit. Like, yeah. Graham would like to, when we get in there, like, when we find the dying architect and when we have Ace and Kavir, just, like, see if Talia can summon him. And then he can be like, so, this is what you should do, or something like that. And either we can dismiss him and be like, what an idiot, he was a total asshole. Or we can be like, well, see, guys, you both mixed up things and should really, like, work better. Does Graham think that would even be a possibility, though? Because he hasn't been willing to do it before, but this seems to be the opportunity where he would have been like, yeah.
Graham
he certainly has a personal stake in this.
Graham would definitely know that Amelism's situation of being very much sentient is the exception. The sword was made not with the entire being of the architect, but a single scale that had a bit of his character in it. It is plausible that you could get an opinion of the sword, but it's not going to, if you summon it, it's not suddenly going to just tell you what to do. It's a bit more vague than that.
Would a speak with dead spell or something like that work?
It would be a speak with item.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have speak with
Regardless.
items around if you want
Go
it.
up and I guess touch the sword to the door. That's what you're supposed to do. The sword kind of has this thing that it tells me what feels right, so I'm just going to do that.
Yeah, tapping the door with the tip of the sword just very gently makes the entire door ring out with the sound of an enormous iron bell. Despite Anrakyn's previous attempt at knocking at it doing nothing, it almost seems like suddenly the door is hollow. After just moments of the sound ringing not only through the palace, but perhaps quite some distance outside as well, the door does swing open, revealing another room of approximately this size, although this time a crossroads with 3 other doors leading away from it. On the door to the left are depictions of iron bars arranged in neat rows. On the door in the middle is the depiction of a chessboard with massive, enormous pieces Of course, the colors aren't on there. It's more like indentations on the iron doors. But it still looks rather pretty. And on the right door are depictions of stereotypical pictures of wheat and grain, as well as meat and other foodstuffs. In the middle of this room, Oh, hello?
Yeah,
Oh.
you're
Okay.
fine.
In the middle of the room, there's a pile of the same stuff, that rubbery, strange stuff that Gavir has just shown you. And on its top, the top of the pile, an oversized white chess piece, that of the White King, sort of leaning inside of the pile of just stuff that is smelling just a little bit. There do not seem to be any people. Anything at all, really. Just silence, that pile, and that one chess piece. From a distance, you can tell that attached to the chess piece seems to be a rather large letter.
Well,
Peculiar.
What
Wow.
does the sword think? What feels right? Should I stab the other doors?
The sword has no strong opinion about the situation, although it is sort of grumbly about there being a big pile in a room that could otherwise be very beautiful.
So that pile doesn't belong here.
Look, I poked the pile.
I mean,
the
that
pile-
letter should probably be read, but that seems like a
what does
Gavir
it
thing.
look like, the pile? Like,
The pile is a pile of scorched things, a mixture of ash, perhaps wood at some point, charcoal, rubbery things, even just random metal debris inside of it.
is there like a dragon body in there?
No.
Okay. It's not
No
like a
signs of
funeral
bones.
pyre. Well, Graham will go pick up the letter. He could read it.
Right, climbing atop the pile. I will post the letter in the chat, but I will read it for you because I think that is nicer than us just
So
sitting
you
here.
shall have my son.
Yeah.
A
Curse upon you all!
Do whoa.
Whoa!
It only looks that much. It's not that much. Let me read it for you. Unless one of you wants to volunteer.
No, please go ahead. You
Okay.
got the right voice for it. I'm sure.
Dear reader, whoever you may be, please accept my greetings. By now, the situation is undoubtedly close to its resolution, for better or for worse. Either way, I feel the need to explain myself. I expect this letter to be found in a couple of weeks from now. For all intents and purposes, the architect has died. The timing was no unfortunate coincidence, but necessity. The people I've spent my life caring for were rallied against me. The only winning move was not to play. If whoever is reading this worries about the future of Grand Castle, I have done what I can to soften the blow. No organization can survive without leaders and resources. Regardless of what my enemies may have thought they burned and destroyed, you will find that the quantities mattered little compared to what remains safe in Grand Castle's dungeons, squirreled away over many decades. In fact, you will find very few criminals in its depths these days. Instead, you will find the reason for Grand Castle's undoubtedly poor response to the problems of the last few weeks. The lack of leadership. Directors, commanders, managers, all the people far more important than any single architect, kept safe and sound from those who want to behead the dragon. I just wish I could have kept every single of Grand Castle citizen safe, but safety through imprisonment would have confirmed painful misconceptions. Besides, there wasn't enough space. If you have broken through the palace's last defense, then you would have undoubtedly found about these two minor details in short notice. If you are interested in keeping Grand Castle intact, I suggest you make use of them. Gavir Symphony. Consider the people, not my expectations. My turn has ended, but the game still has moves left to be played. There have been plenty of architects, but only one you. Eredra Valfana Ace. You've always wanted to change the world for the better. I hope that you will succeed. And Tarlia Vale. Want to apologize for using you and your companions as much as I have, but I believe that you will be instrumental in what is to come. You are not as alone as you may think. Samphana controls your father with threats and promises. He can convince himself to care little about our world, but he does care about you. And tell your friends to look for their old friend Jax. He may prove useful. Signed, Yamut.
Hírandor looks at Tarlia.
Anrakyn looks at Tarlia. What is the meaning of this?
There are two minor details that some, if not most of you would know. Yamut, of course, was the architect.
Mm-hmm.
Samphana is the very rarely used name for the Wilderhead.
That really explains nothing to Graham. Other than that, Talia's family life is very complicated.
Talia, yeah, the thing is, Talia doesn't know she had a family life.
Hírandor kind of quirks his head and says, "Huh, we're not that different in our past as it seems."
Why is Jax important?
Who's Jax?
For the architect, too.
Jax Blacktail is a copper/black dragon that we helped out save his mate and then his children.
That seems like a very dangerous combination of colors.
Well, he led a very complicated life. His love life was a mess. But, whatever. Look over. We can explain that later. He had a black tail, all right?
Says, I'm very happy I helped him now.
Yeah.
And looks to Ace and Gavir to see how they seem to.
Ace doesn't seem too responsive, lost in thought. Gavir is frowning and very hard to read as he eventually looks over to you.
Every time I see Gavir, I'm going to say, there's only one of you.
Looks at the pile of stuff like, I'm still not sure why he burned all this.
Fake.
It's just a show-off, is what this is. This is the exact same stuff I found in the food piles. There was no food to be burned. Perhaps from the outside, without further analysis, it might have seemed like you would have burned whatever it is you were expecting, but that was not the case.
Hírandor's just kind of shaking his head, smiling.
Talia is just fixated currently on those words.
Seems that he expected you two to work together then.
It does appear so, and that was the plan.
Looks to Ace, frowning.
Frowning deeply.
Hírandor is just horribly amused by it all.
The death of innocence.
You were all tricked, and so was I.
The starvation could have been completely unnecessary.
Yeah. Didn't need to murder everybody.
It seems that you will have some city building to do.
I do believe so. There's still a big threat on the horizon. Gavir stops.
Says, at least you can now deliver your people food and security. So it looks to the people, as the enemy has been defeated, and as, well, you have food now.
It is a way to perhaps convince the people that I mean well. I do believe that was the intention. I worry, however. I do not worry about what happened here anymore. The next most important thing I'm going to have to do is the meeting. The Summit Isle.
Yes.
I would kind of focus on the whole city, stop burning real quick before we do all of that. Burning cities tend to burn down.
The fires will be taken care of. I can assure you that much. But no matter how rebuilt Grand Castle will be in the next 2 weeks, it won't matter if everything goes downhill at Summit Isle.
Wow, we know
Just,
that.
well, it's all a trap. You don't have to go.
Oh, but I do. The thing is, if we simply don't go, then she wins. We surrender. We hide in our fortresses. She will have won.
No, we will go.
If you didn't notice, we don't
You
have
don't
a
have to
fortress
go.
to hide in.
We will go and we will challenge whatever comes, and we will fight it and defeat it.
I don't believe that Summit Isle is meant to be the final confrontation. I think it's meant to be where she finally shows her hand, where she shows everything she has collected and challenges us to oppose her. If during the process she manages to take out some of us already, then perhaps that is to her benefit, but there's more to this game.
And yet, it seems perfectly reasonable that we would be there to negotiate for you. With all we've done, after all. And this place needs you, I think.
Kavir sighs. Have I ever explained why I contacted you?
Us specifically?
Yes,
No.
you specifically. I thought I was smart. I saw your files on one of my father's desks. I investigated. Anything he is interested in, I was interested, of course. That was many years ago at this point. I do not believe any longer that that was a coincidence. I figured if there's something he wants to keep an eye on, that means he has difficulties predicting what it will do. And I wanted those things on my side. I wanted wild cards. I do not think that you make the best diplomats, as impressive as you are. I think that it would be best if you did what you thought was right without telling me.
Graham looks to the others, looks to him, looks to the people gathered.
I thought we were doing that anyway.
Takes a moment to lick his lips. Gavir is right now telling him to knock him out and put him in the cellar bed down below with all the other important people.
Quick, put him in Hírandor's mouth, quickly.
just knock him out, put him in cellar. And he's like, why would you do that? We're like, well, you told us to.
Just shh, everything will be alright.
We won't tell you why, because you don't want to know.
It's too terrible to contemplate.
That's the thing. If we could negotiate for Grand Castle, that would give us a much better way in than being the bodyguards for someone who don't really matter. And two, we could promise everyone in the world whatever we wanted, and Grand Castle would pay. And honestly, they should, because, if we don't solve this problem, then the world is dead. So,
The thing is, we don't have control over Grand Castle's finances. We can go there and act as we see fit and try to negotiate and do something, but we don't have carte blanche to use this place's resources, I think.
well, this guy do.
I don't think going there and trying to enforce our demands ourselves is going to turn out
No,
well.
I actually agree fairly well with Gavir's statement that we are certainly not diplomats. We're not.
This group
should
is not socially inclined.
No, we should not be at that negotiation table. We should stand brooding behind it and shoot daggers at people.
We're
Sure,
like Batman.
Gavir is not the size of the old architect, but with our presence behind him.
Oh, yeah.
It's, if anyone is like, I will, and we will like,
And we just slowly stand up.
You fucking what?
Graham, that is diplomacy, though.
Yeah,
Like,
but Graham is
he says, the Elf King says, I will not listen. And then we smack him down and beat him and put him on his back. And then we say, you will listen.
Well, he's dead.
Then he
Well, they
listens,
might have a new one, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe your heir is smarter.
Cut him down next. Well, there are some people like that we can't really do that to, probably.
Yeah, we're not going to
Some
do
of the
that.
other
to the
icons.
enemy.
Example, I guess, but you know,
I mean, the
We need to be careful with what we do.
the Elf King was an icon, and he's allegedly dead. So
and I mean the
possible.
architect is dead, and we have a new architect, so Gavir is now an icon. You know,
Quickly, let's kill an icon.
Yes,
So,
maybe.
imagine the experience.
imagine the experience. Yeah.
Well, all right.
Be
Graham
like
will just
5,000
shrug.
pigs.
Whatever. They probably understand some more faceted part of this than he does. All this modern, like, there's probably going to be like votes and ball outs and
and like
stuff like that.
diplomacies.
Not a trial by
Ugh,
combat.
Oh God,
vetoes
he needs to go throw up.
and
Silliness. I veto the saving of the world. Then everyone's like, oh well, I guess that's that.
and unanimity. You know, this crap.
That meeting there, he doesn't understand still why the enemy isn't just gonna like decide what happens because he can kill everyone else who disagrees. Like Gavir's like, no enemy, you must do nothing, and then the enemy steps on Gavir, and then he gets his way.
Well, the thing is that we're acting. We're probably going to be acting as some sort of peacekeepers at this conference. Anyone who's like going to try to do that will be like, actually.
I imagine that's what the Greys are there for.
But the
that's
Greys
kinda
are
what they do, right?
the Greys are
yes,
corrupt beyond all reason.
But that's
don't-
what
we
they
don't think-
outwards too. They are the diplomats who are like super powerful. They're the armed neutrality guys, right? They're the like
I don't.
the
I've never.
peacekeepers.
I know that's what they say. I've never seen that in action. I've only seen either mad Cthulhu's or like kind of puny dragons.
I guess we'll find out.
Warwick's cool.
Yeah, he's cool, but he's puny.
He's not a very good Grey. Like
We
Sort
could
of
destroy him
principle.
completely easily.
Yeah, but there's only one
Not
of
even-
him.
Like
go there. There's like 17 Hírandors in full plate. But you know
Yeah.
what? That's a good thing. Well, I guess not, because they would turn against us in a heartbeat.
exactly.
Like, on death is illegal. Kill him.
The only way we'll find out is by going.
I mean, we're
And
going. I don't.
I
there's
think-
No, we're going.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think though we should.
Guess we're
we
done
should
here.
Exclude Gavir though.
We just we deliver the city to them. We sit Ace and Gavir down at the desk, and then have Malorn glaring at them, and that's kind of that. Then
Clearly,
then
you're
it's up to
united-
the kids to sort this out.
A united speech, clearly.
Yeah. If it doesn't work in the long run,
We'll be back.
in the long
At
run, I
least
think
we
I think we will have a way to rid the world of it. Should it not work, so.
Anrakyn will look at Gavir, look at Ace, and said, "Well, it's congratulations. I guess you're the new architect, and good fortune. You're quite welcome for delivering the city. The bill will come later." He winks.
Don't burn down the place even more than it's already burnt. We plan to save the world, and I like places neat and tidy when I visit.
I should imagine the statue to our honor should be grand and in front of the castle.
Not. You can see that.
What? So yours made of obsidian and mine made out of pure platinum?
I just want something like the Lord of the Rings kings that guard that water
yes.
passage.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
in the harbor
that
of Grand
size?
Castle.
Just
yeah,
like-
that
But
size.
I mean, no. They have that huge ass gate.
yes. Oh,
Like,
there we
with
go.
and then we
Carve
have
it.
like
yeah,
on
yeah,
either
yeah, yeah.
side, like doom and gloom standing
yep.
there, watching over them, judging the.
Yes.
It has like
You will watch delightedly. For that next visit.
except the cursed statue. That's a good thing.
It may perhaps take a little bit longer than your next visit, considering the situation and all.
I'm sure you can accommodate.
Also, by the way, we're taking Sterling Hold. I don't think there's any problem with that. Yes. Good.
He
There's never
nods.
a history to do anything about it anyway.
We need it for something.
It's a good thing I don't particularly want my ancestral home, isn't it?
Oh, you wouldn't like it there anyway. We need to get you a nice cold mountaintop.
It is cold. And a mountaintop. It was made by silvers.
I'm more mountaintop, all right?
Yeah, I planned the glittering peaks. There's a bit more of a
See?
ring to it.
Yeah, the glittering peaks. There you go.
Yeah.
Paladin
was up
push is the
there?
biggest
Was there
headache
anything
ever.
up
We have a hellish fey ice desert between us.
Oh, yeah.
Hírandor kind of looks over everyone
worst
to
place in the
Gavir
world.
and says, "I'm gonna need an architect," and raises an eyebrow.
I need some stuff to be built, as it turns out.
We'll
Well, you
need
discuss it after
adoring.
the
The world saved.
You also need adoring fanatics because you're gonna set up like a church state, basically. You know, just
But that's
you
that's
at the top of
after
this.
the world saved. All right, you
Platinum
know,
Pope.
platinum pope. I've got a
Plat
big
Pope.
pointy hat.
The PP.
The PP.
Yeah.
It's a pointy hat
Yo.
made out of like a dragon of his choosing of the day.
I think I fancy the green hat today. Yes.
I fancy the blue. I want all the money. Anyway.
How long is there until this meeting again?
We took the city in record time, didn't we?
We did. It's beautiful.
Fairly quickly, yes. There's another 15 days.
Oh boy.
So, research vacation?
Yeah,
Oh, there.
vacation.
Fill the talking hall with like magical ballistae, all targeted towards the place where the doom's gonna appear. Everyone prepare actions to attack as soon as it's happened before. Dragon got completely murdered, so
Just have the outsider line up all of his cannons.
Faye's like appears and then just like aircraft like 17 kilometers away. There's just like a target acquired.
All right.
Bombarding area.
How long do we have, Master Clockmaker of extraordinary power?
15 days.
Just over 2 weeks. Huh.
Hírandor picks up a pocket watch, looks at it. Well, good heavens!
Look at the
Scratches himself
time.
in the back, sort of
Look at
finding
the
that
time.
tracker.
Funny enough, we'll
So,
have to leave in about 15
yeah.
days to get there.
Let's find Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should
Let
find
us
Jax, I
just find
suppose.
Jax.
For some reason. Wait.
She shrugs.
Oh, wait, what?
Wait.
What are we? What?
What? Like, well, why? Why Jax?
I don't know.
We can find out.
Yamo thinks Jax is important.
What has
That's
what has the old boy done now? Like, what is his secret?
Didn't we
He
see
seems
him
so
in
ordinary.
Coppergate the other day? Like the other couple of weeks
I don't think
when we
I don't
first
think you've
came
ever seen him.
Yeah.
Have you?
in
Maybe.
Coppergate.
I don't know.
The first
He's very
time
nice.
Hírandor went there with you guys.
He's like a very nice
Oh,
guy.
yeah, there was a guy in Coppergate, by the way. Now that we're here and talking to the architects, go just, like write down the guy's house and name of that guy who kidnaps people's babies and put them in.
Oh
dungeons.
yeah.
Have that guy executed. He's a horrible murderer, like terrible person. Just murder him, please.
Absolutely. Yeah, he kidnaps.
Just
Like
like
that's
the
what he did. He
worst.
kidnaps
Takes
babies
eggs,
and put them in
like-
in death mazes. That's what it does.
So Gavir, that's a good start for your thank you. Just send like 2 gold to rip him apart, please.
I'll
Do you
get
confirmation
right
on
on
that?
it.
Good. I really hope you do, because
He blinks.
I mean,
like
if
the worst kind of person there is. So
if we swing by, we might take care of it on our way through. But
we could just, rule of law and all that.
yeah. Fine.
I mean, would Gavir rather like we go kill him in his home?
We need to find Jax.
As much as justice is a good thing, vigilantism is not necessarily the best course of action.
Yes, no, I understand. Don't ask
Thank you.
Just do what we think is right.
Yes, I understand. Light
Go
the
burn
signal. Light the signal on the roof if you need us.
Yeah.
It's a skull.
I will go murder the guy.
If we're passing through Coppergate,
It's
we'll
just
do
sort of a
it.
pass through anyway. We need to.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack's not here.
I don't think he is. No.
We'll go to like the Dragon Post in Covergate, and we'll just murder that guy on the way.
Okay. Well, let's
Break us
go.
outside. He's like, "Why?" Cut his head off.
Splat. Yeah.
Whatever, and leave.
Destroy him.
I think we can consider ourselves above the law in this part of the world now.
Yeah, we do have a carte blanche from the architects, right? Basically, a letter saying these are
Don't
acting
ask
on
me,
the
just
orders
do
of the
whatever you want.
Exactly. They act on the order of the state. Do not interfere with their mission at all.
Inquisitional power.
They have the inquisitional mandate. How can I not burn down the
If we
city?
don't have one, we'll make one.
Yeah, every time you sort of bring that up like implicitly, you do see a Gavir cringing rather significantly.
It's time to
Tarlia,
pay up.
meanwhile, looks like she has a massive headache right now.
Graham
It's time to
grasps the
pay up,
sword and
Gavir.
says,
Do
the
you think we can-
sword thinks it's the right thing to do.
But the sword is like, no.
Quiet now, sword. Just rest.
Let's go find Jax. Let's go find Jax.
Okay. Dragon.
Well, seriously, Lugo, that guy's dead.
Yes.
Yeah, he's totally dead.
Sure. All right. You travel to ground to Coppergate. I take it.
You know, it said Jax might be useful, right?
Yes.
Now, where in the world do we find him?
I don't know readily. He lived somewhere.
Yeah, like I remember. I'm pretty sure I had like a way to find him.
Oh
But
yeah, I
don't
know.
remember
We could,
whatever that
yeah.
was.
We can leave a message for him on his
Oh
stone.
yeah, his stone thing.
Yes, we can. All right, sure.
I
What's
guess
the
we send a
closest-
dragon post message.
What's the
And like meet us
closest
in the free city.
thing?
Isn't that
No,
what
what's the
kinda means,
closest thing to his thing? Sheep, would it be Freedom's Hold or would it be Lonebridge?
It would definitely be Lonebridge.
Okay.
Well, it would be Myerton, really.
Oh boy, Myerton.
Can we meet him in Freedom's Hold though? That seems like a better place for meeting, since it's kind of on the way to the free city where I imagine we're going to sail from to Summer
Sure.
Isle.
He'll start going. We start going. And we meet halfway.
Yeah, you know. Be like, hey, Jax, the architect personally requested that we talk to you, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you know what this is about more than we do.
We need to talk to you. Incredibly urgent. Drop everything. Don't drop the baby, and come get us.
Say hi to the missus.
Well, yep. Loving kisses to the family, and
So we'll just,
also kidnap murder guy dead. We took care of that.
completely
And,
messed up.
Yep. Yes, you would believe. Burned to a crisp.
Graham will send 100 gold pieces with the message because he is taking away this woman's or this Tanim's primary provider for some time. So
Also,
just note
it's a
that. I'll send-
crippling drug addiction.
yeah, I'll send them 100 gold pieces.
All right.
Look at you.
I mean, Graham has been subsidizing Jack's life for a long time now.
Yeah.
I sent him a lot of money for mercenaries when he needed help, for adventuring groups, for equipment,
Yeah, I remember.
to help his family when he got the egg. Yeah.
Mhm.
He's like a pen pal that gives you like $1,000 every time you write.
It's like 10,000, 100 gold. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. 100 gold is a lot of money
He'll have it.
for normal people. Normal people. Anyway.
All right. So you send a Cloud Dragon Post message from Coppergate to Myerton, and then make your way to Freedom's Hold.
Yes, to meet him.
All right. That does give you, if you travel quickly, about another week left until the meeting as you arrive in Freedom's Hold. And it does not take you too long to indeed find out that Jax has come. He is hurried, since I assume the message said that he would, or rather would have to. And you are hard to miss at this point. Hírandor for his size, but all of you for the reputation you have gained. Entering a city like Freedom's Hold doesn't happen quietly.
It's rose petals from like... It's like a Roman triumph, right?
Do we know that it's that
Standard.
sort of welcome?
Yeah. The people cheering, yeah. It's just
Is it
throwing
that
those
kind of
petals
welcome
falling.
though? Are we
It's
sure?
more like a wave of tense rumors.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
not what we want.
Move in the hills.
They say the dead walk with them. It's like they
Quickly,
move
spread
through
the
an
good
area.
rumors. Go.
We need to hire minstrels and stuff to go before us to spread the
Yeah.
good news.
They probably are. We're champions, right? On the cusp of epicness.
Let's put it this way: you inspire curiosity.
Okay.
Oh, we
Fine.
want to inspire awe. Wow, that's what Hírandor wants.
Respect.
yeah. Well, yeah, respect, but I mean, we want people to go, oh, it's them. Not, oh, it's
Oh
them.
my god.
Not like, what's that?
Yeah.
That's not what we want to hear.
Oh,
No.
Oh God! Oh!
Oh, look at them.
No.
Their faces are melting. Oh, it's only those two that's faces are melting. Okay.
Your face will be melting when I'm done with you. Death knell!
You kill everybody in like a nearby radius.
no. No need for that now. We'll have plenty of killing to do in the future.
Yes.
Let's go talk to Jax. He's so friendly all the time.
You do find Jax waiting for you in one of the marketplaces as he is sort of wandering around looking at things as he waits for you. And as he spots you, he does let out a toothy smile, as it were, waddling his way over towards you, giving a polite greeting to Hírandor and Tarlia and a slightly more enthusiastic greeting towards Anrakyn and Graham, as he stops, hesitates a bit, sort of smiling awkwardly. She then says, "Your message said that I was recommended to you."
Dobbs?
I'm not just-
Yes.
Yes.
Yamut, the late architect, has personally recommended you to us.
Oh well, that's thoroughly worrying, to say the least.
Yep.
Just welcome to adventuring life.
Exactly. Welcome to my world.
I mean that I can really only. I did tell you I got a new job, right? When we met in Coppergate.
Jackson, does he look like a wilder?
No, he is stressed. He still has his
Good.
thoroughly black tail, although the tip slightly cut off, and he pretty much looks as you remember him. Maybe he's grown ever so slightly, but it's hard to tell.
Like at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised. He was like, I got a job from my mother, the Wilderhead. Me like, oh, God damn it.
She says hi to her sister Tarlia. He's like, oh God, of course.
It's just one big family reunion, isn't it?
She's told Tarlia that she can shed the mortal coil she now has and assume her true ascendancy form. Like,
Can we go?
"Oh."
Can we go on kinslaying?
Oh no, nothing quite as dramatic. I got a job as a courier from Myerton. It worked out really well. I mean, Eisenbell doesn't have to work now, and I earn more money than I know how to spend, to be honest.
Then you're doing it wrong.
That's
Wow,
good.
that's something for Dragon to say. Never ever heard that. He's so modest and friendly.
We should kill him. I mean, what?
What?
And don't be jealous. Be
Exactly.
a courier too one day.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I have more money than him. On my
You'll be
pinky
lovable
toe.
too one day. Wiggles his like jeweled encrusted claws.
Yeah. My bitch, please. I own more than him. And his family, and his home.
The question is, of course, why the architect would recommend you to us,
Isn't it?
Jax.
Well, I mean, I can't not trust you, although do know that I really shouldn't be telling you any of this. But the person I work for, his name isn't very well known because, well, he owns Myerton.
Hmm. That gangster boss we heard about?
It's like the black, right?
He is a black dragon by the name of Matrix Mirekeeper.
Awful name. Alright.
Just forget that I told you that name, because if it spreads, I'll be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I mean,
Is it him then that we need to speak to, and you could facilitate that contact?
I could, yes, I suppose I could. I mean, I heard all the rumors recently about the Wilderhead and such, and I know for a fact that Matrix does not like her very much, because his rival is her right hand.
Hmm. So
But-
maybe Maybe he has some juicy gossip or something on the Wilderhead that we could maybe use at the negotiations? Question mark.
We should invite him to the meeting.
Matrix Mike.
Unless he's gonna be there already. We'll have like a puppet there.
Maybe he knows where the Wilderhead is hiding out, or her secret, or something like that.
He's like a black dragon, so he probably is like super mega paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, would we know anything about that person? Like, would any of us possibly heard of it before or not?
No, not with the relationship ties you have.
All right.
It is generally known that Mayaton is a bit of a weird city because nobody's really sure who runs it. It's definitely run by someone because it just runs too smoothly otherwise. It is the sort of city that attracts many people wanting to get rich, and a few of them do, but the practices there are questionable to say the least. The humans and humanoids who go there, their job is mostly to catch the eels that reside in pretty much only the Mayaton swamps and the rivers around there. And the eels have the eels are basically coated with an oil which is incredibly valuable, mostly due to the fact that it is very addicting, or addictive rather, and has a supposedly huge variety of different positive properties. A person who might want to get rich could go to Mayaton, work in the swamps there for 5 years, and he'd come back with more money than he'd know how to spend, if he survived. If he doesn't survive, then all that money is never paid to him. There's a bunch of different factories, pretty much, a bunch of different businesses running in Mayaton, but all of them are known to have one, not owner, but person who tells them how to act, basically. And nobody is really sure who that person is, except Jax. And there goes DDS.
So what would we talk to this guy about? Like, it was crucial that we talked to Jax to talk to him. I guess we can just talk to him and see. But do we have time to go there before the meeting?
Getting to Mayaton and back would take too long.
Yeah. I'll have to go to the meeting first. Well, does Jax know anything else that could be helpful?
Oh, here's plenty of rumors to share, but most of them are sort of trivial.
They say they're gnolls up by the Ardent Crest. Oh, well.
Yeah, he knows things like, oh, there's gnolls in Ardent Crest. Have you heard about Respite?
Terrible wolves in the Shivering Plain.
Oh, we know about that.
Travelers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supposedly Respite has fallen, but apparently that's not actually true.
That's a very confusing.
I wouldn't have expected it to be true.
Well,
the elves wouldn't fall just like that. It's like an entire civilization there.
Well, I heard that it's surrounded, but the core of the city is kept safe by some sort of magics.
Ah, the priests, of course. We've heard much about their schools.
Yeah, we've heard. Like, I don't see how anyone could take a city that was full with those priests.
Oh, yeah.
Magical James Bond.
It's basically a ninja academy at this point. Like.
I mean, you know what? I just... Part of me just likes that's, like, not just a joke, but actually true. That the elves have, like, this... Because they live forever, so they have education that's, like, 80 years. It just encompasses just about everything, and then they sent them out over the world to make trouble and build bridges over rivers and do all these crazy things.
Crazy.
No wonder no one likes them.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they don't really need people to like them.
Well,
turns out.
I guess we got to go to somewhere else now then.
That will be something we do on Friday.
I sneak it in now.
No, I can't just do it now because it was just end up being awkward. So
is Jax coming to Summertile?
Jax would rather not, to say the least.
Fight the doom, Jax. Fight the good fight, you know?
Yeah. It's time to pay up. You owe us.
Jax should go home to his family. The place around The Fenwood needs more good people, I think.
It does.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe next we'll save an adventurer that one day will grow up and do something important.
Let's hope.
maybe
Like
he will.
jump and take an arrow for Hírandor.
Mm-hmm.
Jump and prevent like 5 damage for Hírandor.
Yeah.
That's
That
his
could be
life
the crucial
purpose.
5 damage.
And Hírandor just looks at it like, oh, that was rather pointless.
Oh well. That's what happens whenever he do use that half damage thing. It's just someone jumping in front.
Oh, no, don't say that. Oh,
Every time, like half that damage, and someone like.
oh no.
That's a pretty cool concept, actually.
It's awful.
Yeah, as I've sort of already threatened you with at the beginning, this is basically it for the session because I didn't want to bloat it for the sake of bloating it.
That's fine.
And we'll do Summit Isle on Friday, unless you come up with something else. But if you do, please do it quickly because it's almost Friday.
No, I'm fine with going to
Let's
Summit.
go to the free city here at the end because that's a great place to use relationship dice.
Yes, let's go to the free city. I will also tell you that you level up.
Yay! Level
Well,
8.
You will
Epic
officially enter Epic tier.
Maximum
Power
power.
is unto a god!
Fools! Like, at this point, nothing in a normal city can touch us.
Yes.
I mean,
like-
they can probably touch you.
Yeah, but they would
But-
die.
Yeah.
My presence breaks reality. and drives
death there's a whole charge!
and drive them mad. Basically, I am power incarnate. Although I have the final seal to unlock the level 9 spell. So yes.
Yeah, in 13th Age, it's not just the levels that are divided into Adventure, Champion, and Epic tier, it's also the environments. I can tell you that none of the cities are Epic tier environments, except maybe Sterling Hold had the Doom still been there.
Mm-hmm.
So the cities are sort of beyond you at this point. That does not mean that there are no epic environments.
Well, I do know for a fact that the ruins of Dragon Hall are probably epic environments. Maybe. I forget. Maybe not.
No. Am I now huge?
Yes, you would now be exactly huge.
Huge.
Cool.
Huge.
Charge.
Be this big.
Yes.
Update my character
I'm
sheet.
changing the other one because
You also get another icon
Jesus.
relationship die.
Yes.
Good lord.
I have to consider carefully. Maybe even an architect dice at this point. 'cause
Yeah, I think I was going to
know,
say probably the
it
architect.
kind of makes sense.
because- yeah.
you have
Conflicted
goodwill
architect.
there.
Conflicted.
Awesome, right? They just like us. You know, it's not about if they like us, it's how useful the connection is. I can quote that from Grimmith multiple times. I'm told that many times.
No,
They don't
I mean,
like you, you just have a very useful connection to them.
I mean, a positive conflicted or negative connection is in theory equally useful. It's not less useful if it's conflicted.
Well, is it positive or conflicted?
That's up to you. I just made a
Okay.
joke. But if you want Gavir to have
I'd
concerns
probably put
about
it
your
in
connection,
conflicted,
I guess.
Because Graham doesn't agree with everything they do. That's pretty certain. And he can't guarantee that he will be an ally of their stupid laws in the future. However, they owe him big time.
Yeah, they do.
So something should certainly be there, I think. Yeah. Well, I'll pick a conflicted.
I'll do the same. How do you even spell architect? Why am I failing to spell this?
Architect. I got it's like an arc.
Architect. Oh, it's an architect. Yes.
Architect.
Architect.
Mm. Oh, Archie.
Right. And then I will get. Oh, crap. 3-time abilities. That's really the big thing here. That's really that's the main deal. And upgrade more powers to level 7.
Oh, hit points go up a lot too. Like four more. Like
Yep, it's a new tier. Everything goes up by a significant amount.
Well, I mean, when you say significant, let's click this.
What are these out of 3? Oh, really?
Before you get lost in your leveling ups, I haven't done my questions in a while, and I'm honestly rather curious. So let's do that first. I, first of all, want to ask, what has been your favorite moment, NPC, encounter, anything of the sort, over the past, I don't even know when I asked last, over the past recent time? Starting with Jonas.
My favorite NPC, or
No, your favorite moment, NPC, environment, anything. Your favorite thing.
I think that it's probably two things. The finding of the scythe, because it was very central to Anrakyn's story and him as a character. So I like that. And I also liked our boat journey out into the mist to kill the source. I thought it was fraught with peril and very exciting.
All right, Halldamir.
I would have to agree with Jonas there. Same thing, really. I really liked going into the mist and Sintara as well. I like that bit. Forever ago it seems now. Yeah. There's been so many things, but yeah, those are my highlights. I can remember at least.
Okay, Manaki.
Oh, well. Let's see. Highlights. Anything that stands out particularly. It's just so long ago, feels like forever since we did all those things. I don't know. It's a very broad question, obviously. I particularly liked finally getting to set up the dread. That was cool, because that's something Jonas and I had been talking about for a long time.
Yep.
Getting that to actually be a thing, having the Soul Forge made and sent up there. Found a satisfying way for it to be done without us having to actually do it ourselves.
Yep.
Which is always helpful. So I was into that. That's a fun thing.
Okay, DDS.
He's disconnected, I think.
Hopefully, my internet's going to hold enough for me to talk. It keeps DCing on me. Okay, it's slightly awkward for me because, of course, I had that period where I just disappeared. Puff of smoke. But there's a few things that kind of come to my mind. I did actually enjoy quite a bit the time in the Great Copper's kind of world. I'm still a little bit confused exactly what to call it sometimes. Fun place. But the thing that's notably caught my attention the most, I think, is just the fact that I think within the recent past sessions between downtime actions and this session and a few other things, information of Tarlia's kind of part and one unique thing have kind of come up a little bit, and you've done it in a way which is frustrating in the sense that I'm not getting very much each time, but it's just enough information to make me want to know more, want me to keep searching. It's making me super curious. I want to know more.
I can't tell you that. Oh, Echo. If you try to actively go after your unique thing and such, you might get a bit more. I just don't want to hand you everything on a silver platter. So investigate.
That's fine.
All right, the opposite. What was the thing you could have most likely done without? Like your least. I don't like calling it least favorite because I mean you don't have to have hated it to think that it was superfluous. Starting with Halldamir this time.
I'm not really sure if I'm honest. Least favourite? Not particularly sure. Nothing's jumping out at me as something that we did or encountered that I thought was superfluous and not really needed.
Okay.
Can't think of
Manaki?
anything.
Let's see, thing I would have done without. I need to go back in my head through. Been doing. I mean, the break is an obvious thing, but that's all more meta.
Could have
This
done
is
with all the
difficult.
bag, yeah.
Just remove Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't personally. I don't
Empty
agree. I
door.
needed a break.
Mhm. So, it's a miss. Before. Man, I don't know.
Okay. DDS, anything?
Honestly, I'm trying to think. Like, there isn't anything in particular, but my mind is very hazy with like the break and then the time I broke off. So it's like, I have no idea.
Okay. Jonas, anything?
Let's see here. It's more things that are sort of endemic to the setting and how it works. It feels a bit weird sometimes that we constantly need to come back to the fucking free city all the time. Well, we don't know where to go. Let's go to the free city, and it's just I don't know. Maybe if more adventures happen on this island, we will see more of it. But currently, we have been very confined to this architect area. And it's a bit of a shame, I think. I would have liked to investigate more things, but we simply haven't had. Has it really gotten that way, I suppose? So maybe we are to blame ourselves for only hanging out in the free city.
I don't know. I would disagree
Look
with
at the map. Like,
that,
it's where
'cause-
most stuff is.
Yeah, but we've also been pretty much all the way over to here and down to. Well,
But it's
over
only been for
here.
dungeons, you know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah.
I can certainly see it.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time in the Great Worm's spine. Spent a couple of sessions chilling out in there.
Chilling.
What Jonas is asking for
Not
feels
really
like more lore stuff.
Yeah, I
Thicker
wish to have seen more of the world, I think.
Elves and Carapace armor.
Yeah, elves in desert kingdoms. The outsiders area sounds crazy as all hell. Yeah. There's stuff out there that I really wish we could investigate, but we've sort of just hung around the free city, and then that's a bit of a shame. But the story's been good, so it's that. It's just that the dressing of it has been a bit one-sided.
Well, at least in terms of wanting to go to respite, you did. At least I presented you with an opportunity there, which you didn't accept. And none of you have any connection to the outsider in the current party, so it's sort of difficult to get you involved in that area.
No, it's totally correct. It's totally correct. But one more thing, and that's again more of how the system works and stuff. We've had a few sessions where I've been basically only combat the entire session, and it's a bit boring. But
yeah,
that's just how it is. Sometimes you need to have a big combat. I think when we stormed the sailed out into the mist, that was mostly combat, but I still one of my favorite sessions. So
Okay.
Maybe I could ask a question then, because I'm curious. Jonas, what about that session made it your favorite? You pinpointed?
Because it was us going after something that has antagonized us for a very long time. It was us fighting through impressive adversity, and Hírandor sacrificing his life to and the lady herself holding like a storm at bay to give us a chance to do it. That was very cool, and I liked it. It felt big. It felt very important, and it felt that it was us doing it.
Epic and meaningful, and about us rather than us helping someone else do their thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
Okay. So, where do you see things going from here, Manaki?
Death.
Well, we're gonna go to the Isle. The Doom's gonna appear, probably also with some buddies, and there's gonna be like Fae, and something bad's gonna happen that we didn't anticipate in some way, or couldn't anticipate, because that's what it is, right? It's like a declaration of war upon the world. Hell, like the kind of twist I imagine would be like, you're all on Summit Isle, but what really shows up in the center of that meeting room is just like a scrying pool that sees all your own capital cities burning. Like that sort of thing. And you can sit here on the island helplessly looking on as your people die. Something like that. And that's because, there's going to be like a big thing that really antagonizes this thing to the world. And, then, at that point, I guess we're going to talk to the Black Dragon here. We're going to go talk to him, and he's going to be like, well, I kind of have an idea of how to fight this thing, and you'll be my cat's paws. And he'll be super happy with that. Then I imagine we're going to go do that in the wild wilderness there, and like find the crossover point or something, do some sabotage, kill some minor bosses, before finally making a portal into the Feyland, hopping in there and killing whatever Fey thing has been keeping the Wilderhead like crazy. And then that's pretty much that, I think. It seems at least like we're... I mean, probably be more twists and whatnot, more turns, but that's the direction.
Okay. What do you think, DDS?
I agree with some of the things that Manaki said here. It's kind of what I see happening. It's like my initial thing was I'm not entirely sure. Then kind of thinking through it. Right, so we're going to go to Summit Isle. Things are going to happen there.
Actually, before you continue, let me rephrase the question. Where would you want things to go from here?
In that case...
That's a different question.
That is a different question.
I know, but the answer is more interesting.
Okay. Where I would want to see it go... Me personally... Oh, that's actually really hard now. Because there is a lot of things that are really, really interesting. Kind of the thing Jonas kind of pointed out of, there's a lot of the world that we haven't seen. It's kind of interesting to see more of it. Almost in a sense, almost like I'm trying to go around and rally everything up for this, rally everything up from all the corners of the island. Almost is what I imagine to be this kind of grand, awesome idea. Though that's a big thing. Because at least I don't see the thing on Summit Isle going well in any way. So that's just maybe how I'm thinking right now. The other thing that really strikes me is, well, the Wilderhead is something I'm quite interested to explore more into and tackle. Is the best way of putting it. Yeah, I was not expecting that question.
Right. Jonas.
Which of the questions do you want me to answer?
Pick one.
Well, where I think this is going, I think it's going to hell in a handbasket. With us going to this political meeting to observe a collection of the most bull-headed idiots that ever ruled this island, trying to come to an agreement. We've had dealings with a fair chunk of them, and they're all terrible. So that's going to be fun/awful. And then I imagine, there's going to be an attack, and we're going to try to stave off the attack, and hopefully we succeed. And then everyone's going to rally behind us, because finally they will see what stupid idiots they've been, and we have been trying to warn them all this time that we need to fight together to destroy it. So that's sort of what I see. And then it's going to be an assault on the Feywild, and us murdering and destroying and killing things. Or die trying. Where I would like to see it to go? I don't know. The thing is that the story is going in such a direction now that we cannot look away from this at this point. I could be like, oh, I really want to go and explore Jeweled Sands. But then we would be running away from the entire thing we have worked hard to set up. So you simply can't anymore. There doesn't seem to me to be a reasonable means for us to actually go anywhere but there.
It seems like that whatever reason we would find would be not what our trip out to fight like the Doom blob in the ocean. Like, it would feel like busy work, right?
Yep.
We need like a piece of the ritual which is hidden there, and then the other side of the world, and then there, and it's like, gather 3 pieces of the rituals to do the thing that matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Halldamir.
Yeah, I kind of see it in that it's going the same sort of way. We're gonna go fight a bitch in a shitty place and hopefully save the world. Though for Hírandor, it's obviously got other implications, and apparently now Tarlia also has other implications in going to the Fae and fighting all of that. To be honest, I'm just interested in where all that goes. I love a good bit of character development, and I don't really know how I want it to go, but I see it being interesting character development in the future, with possibly some difficult choices Tarlia might have to make, depending on what we find in there.
Will I have to accept a philosophy of Graham and Anrakyn?
Yeah. Hírandor might even have tough choices in there to come.
It should be interesting.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking
Personal
forward to.
conflict makes things always more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't really know how I want things to go forward from here, but that's definitely part of it. Is interesting character development.
Then, Manaki, since I changed the question when I reached TDS, is there anything you want to add?
I think I'll continue my offhanded comment on Jonas's suggestion then, and that is like Dark mentioned, for example, that he think it would be fun to travel around and like gather the different armies and such. And honestly, I don't think that I would agree. For the sole fact that it feels like that's sort of a thing that has been done. Like
it's also not our
epic
work.
Yeah. We're epic. We need to deal with our shit, and stuff is about us now. Because honestly, we're more important in the world than anyone else is, because we're interesting, to some degree. Like there's Talia's backstory. There's more of Hírandor's. I'm sure there's more of ours too, to some degree. Like where is the nameless vault? We still haven't found that.
No.
Even if we found the scythe of Erasmus, it seemed like, that mysterious Erasmus, he left and disappeared. Where has he gone off to? Like, that would be interesting to explore if it's somehow relevant. Because that's, of course, the second thing, right? Whatever we do has to feel relevant to what we're doing and be sort of important, because the story has accelerated to the point where we can't, like, we're counting weeks, right? Like, it's hard to justify the characters going away to do something personal
It's like running
for
down
example,
a hill.
pursuing Talia's story when it's not directly sort of implicated in the whole plot here.
Yeah.
Because that would be super selfish, right? And say a lot about your character. You're like, no, I need to solve my problem and let the world die, maybe. And so you have the challenge, of course, to make everything that seems interesting and cool that we still want to do be somehow weaved meaningfully into the story. Of course, there can be some that's very convenient that that's involved with Talia's parents, but we won't question it because we want to actually explore that thing.
For the sake of the story.
Yeah.
I can understand what you're saying about the whole thing of wanting to be more focused on us. And yeah, okay. Yeah, I could agree.
I think we can have a lot more, because I do feel we are like in the latter third of this thing we're doing here. There are like 2 levels left, right? And the level has kind of been going every 5-6 sessions. Mm-hmm. So that's like 2-3 months more sort of progression we have, going by the current pace. So, we want to have explore the characters, I think, and their backstories to the depth, and have that be meaningful to the story. Then again, I think it is going in that direction, positively and happily. It seems that we're here because of the thing that's happening. There's not someone who's like, oh no, like magical pastry thing happening on the North Pole, completely unrelated to whatever we're doing.
Well, that should have happened a month ago.
Yeah, it's like it's all of us who are sort of involved in all of this stuff. So
we all have a stake in it.
Yeah. Let's see why Talia's fire is fey colored and deal with that. I'm sure that could bring us somewhere interesting.
Also, thanks, Jonas. You just reminded me. I owe Hírandor lunch.
If that makes sense.
That's going to be very expensive for you.
I know.
I might have rambled my way out of sentence. Making sense.
No, that makes perfect sense for me, at the very least.
All right. Anything you guys want to ask me?
Are you still having fun?
Yes.
That's the important thing.
Is it everything you think it could be? Is there anything we as players could do differently to make it more fun for you?
Well, other than preferably telling me whether or not you can make a session, telling me that as early as possible, that would be useful.
Sometimes IRL gets in the way, but
yeah. I know. It's just that could be a thing, but it's probably not plausible.
What's been your favorite scene or thing happening, Ship?
Oof.
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
We're going to turn the questions all back on Sheep now.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting thing to look at.
I do have to agree with Jonas. I enjoyed the session Into the Mist quite a lot. Although I can't pinpoint that as my favorite thing, because especially the end was rather carefully crafted and talked to with Halldamir. So it doesn't have the same.
It wasn't as natural.
You saw the cogs in the machinery.
I saw it coming.
Sure. Yeah.
You
saw the cogs working in the background, and it ruins it a bit. It's kind of like knowing the end of a story.
Yeah.
It's why players like to keep secrets from other players. Because then the other players get excited about the cool thing. Well, if everyone knew all along that the thing would happen, then it wouldn't be near less exciting.
Yeah.
Or as we call it, the Forsaken Throne.
In that one, it sort of went a bit too far.
Went. Yeah. That went. We had different factions in our own party.
I enjoyed it, but
it was so stressful.
You get the point.
So stressful. Yeah. But yeah, no, I love this group for how we are with each other.
So what is your favorite thing?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm just so many things I enjoyed, but I couldn't. I think the moment that springs to mind the most was rather recent, near the end of the whole dimension of the Great Copper, where Jonas made the connection that the two sisters are actually two brothers, and he just went, "That makes so much sense." And that has been a thing since session 1.
Yeah.
I had to admit that was pretty funny because at the time I knew as well because I just worked it out. I was like, oh, hey.
No, that was like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Why not?
Well, no, that makes perfect fucking sense. Of course they are. Obvious.
Pat Jonas. Of course, it's obvious. Did you know?
It is fucking obvious. Now that you mentioned it, it is obvious. Of course, explains everything.
Or necromancer, Pat.
In general, it's just so many little things. The character interactions specifically are my favorite part because I have no hand in that. So obviously, it's the thing that I'm interested in the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is something as a DM I often see. That is often the funnest part sometimes.
I mean, yeah, I'm having tons of fun playing creepy necromancer man.
Seeing player reveals, like see how players react to something you've planned for a long time. And this is where the Wicked was great. Like you've been sitting there thinking about, oh, it's gonna be so fucking great when this thing happens, and then it is great when that thing happens, and that's just that's great. That makes me really happy, at least. The opposite can also be true, where you think this is going to be great, and then it's really not great, and then you're like, oh well, that sucked. I'm going to go not think about this campaign for a week.
Yeah, I think that would basically be my very unsatisfying answer.
All right. I also actually like if we do specific small things that I enjoyed quite a bit. I also enjoyed seeing Gavir trying to knead a bush into a bed.
Yes.
I thought that was absolutely hilarious to see him trying to like just massage this bush. We're like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, yeah, well, okay, that was funny. And I also enjoyed the fact that Hírandor survived not a hit but a crit from the enemy.
Not only one hit, but
no, you took it. You
with a crit.
took a full attack, took a full round attack from the enemy and survived, even when he critted. That's pretty impressive right there, and that was great. And even the enemy was like, "Shit."
Yeah.
Well,
it's like, all right, I won't murder you now.
That's not usually what happens.
Guess I have to hear you out now. I don't know how to react to this.
Damn, you've kind of got my respect now. I hate it.
Could have quick action breath weapon.
He could have, definitely.
He would have killed us all.
Yeah, he probably would have, yeah.
No more.
No more. No more.
Oh, look at Anrakyn's health. Oh.
Yes. A veritable tank now.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Also observe my hot AC and physical defense.
It's just 6 under the Edeling.
Oh.
Your PD is better than mine now.
What? How's that even possible? You're a dragon.
Yeah.
But he's fat.
I'm fat.
Oh,
and slow.
Yeah.
My AC though.
Your AC is up there.
Is up there with Graham.
Then your MD is just one low lower than mine.
Yeah, my MD is pretty good.
I think Talia's MD. Ugh.
Yeah.
I think Graham has the overall best defenses. Look at him.
Oh yeah.
You have to remember, in my MD's defense, both my mental stats are 20s.
Yeah.
Two high mental stats.
Yeah.
I have the nice benefit of having good defenses in both physical and mental, because actually I don't think physical. I think actually the paladins is it mental too? I think it is.
I don't know.
What?
Anyway.
Yeah.
I have good defenses, yes.
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad though. I have 21, 21, 24. It was going to be called 22, 22, 25. And the only item I have buffing that is a cloak, which is +1. So
We haven't got many magic items recently.
No, it's kind of petered out there. I don't have any defensive magical items like that gives me a plus to anything.
I mean, I have
all
a
I
good
have
amount of magic items.
I have
honestly,
+1. I have +1 to PD.
Yeah, my magic items are more odd knickknacks of situational things, like the potion belt or the boots or
I've got
the
the
belt
ring
of
Divine
convenient
Glory.
transportation.
the what?
And there's stuff like the mantle of the necromancer that I have not yet used because
Yeah.
it's,
By the way, Halldamir,
Mm.
my cloak also helped me when we were in the cart because the cloak also keeps you warm,
Yeah.
And I was sitting right in front of Hírandor who was breathing on me.
Yeah. I
Again.
finally, last
It's like
session,
magic.
I used my Helm of Fortunate Dodging for the first
This
time.
long cloak,
Stink.
this long cloak with full hoop keeps you warm and dry regardless of the elements,
That's pretty
barring
cool.
full immersion in water.
This assassin's amulet needs to be like sold off.
We haven't fought a lot of undead. Safely
No.
say.
No,
And
You
we
are
haven't
the
fought a lot of
undead.
undead that I've also been engaged with one of my allies and then also attacked me.
undead can't fight me anymore. That's the thing, though. If I don't attack them, they can't do
I
shit.
mean, the Doom is literally going to be there next session, probably. So,
well, if
so we can fight that.
the Doom herself can command them directly to attack me, and then they will. But
Yeah.
apart from that,
Also,
Then I can use this necromancer cloak to give her -2 to attack me.
there you go.
Manaki, our smite evils are now just ridiculous.
Oh, I mean, mine's not really upgraded, so it's just like a standard one. That's a crit, though.
It is a crit.
Something about
Mine basically isn't particularly as good. Also, that's with the 0 bonus to AC attack. But I got a 1 there. Ugh.
One
Jeez.
what?
This is the
What
fun
is-
part, though.
Oh,
Bonus to
right.
attack?
Yeah.
Surge of Surge!
You can basically get a crit for free. Yeah.
I forgot this was a spell.
I mean, the thing with Surge of Strength is that you can use that after you know that you have already crit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's also going to get multiplied.
yes.
Yeah.
And that's the dream that have never happened, but is the invocation of strength and then the surge of strength for triple mega super crit to deal like 1,000 damage.
I've taken
It will
that
never happen.
triple.
It has never happened, but it's a dream.
How did
It
you get
is the dream
surge?
thing.
Where did the surge of strength come from?
It's a strength domain feat.
Okay, I was thinking about
It's his god blessing him to just like smack him.
yeah.
The surge of strength, all the exclamation marks. That's the D21, which is, the flavor of it is that he literally hits with the hand of his god. Like,
Yeah, I was thinking
it's literally his arm that's striking them.
Yeah, I was thinking of exactly the same thing.
I
Same
think
domain, at least.
think about token is updated. Oh right, I got more
Mine is.
see,
Come on, recoveries.
toughness.
Give a map tools just revealing the text to me now. I'll have to do it next time.
Yeah.
Toughness feat.
You raise my initiative by 1 sheep.
Oh yeah.
Mine as well. It
guess
should be plus
everybody's.
10 now.
I can't edit it myself, as you know.
Mm.
As you well know.
As you are aware.
Now, my white is a barrow white. So,
I summoned 2 wraiths now.
Only
why did I
2.
do two? Barrow white,
What do you mean
go.
only 2? Sir?
Look, he does almost as much damage as one of those mooks.
Haha!
Summon Wraith 2 Wraiths, yeah. I still have Summon Undead as the Starving Goose because I don't really use that one that much. Like, it just takes a few hits and then dies.
Mhm.
Then the Ghoul form and Zombie form are still level 5 because, well, the Zombie form is just a little extra hit points, and the Ghoul form is already good. I don't need that one higher level really. Like, right now it gives everyone engaged with me, like vulnerable to me. The next upgrade just makes that to everyone. So it's not as good. Though it is decent, but,
Let's see, I should have...
just a wave with a K. Death!
I should have
Reaction.
16 times 6.
This thing.
16 times 6, that's
16
weird.
times 6. What?
16 times 6 is weird.
Silence.
Is the
93.
initiative thing upgraded, Sheep?
No.
If you would, then I'll save my token. I think this is what needs to be done with it.
If I can
I
find
usually
the
discover something later as well.
I wish
level 8.
I wish the size of the maps wouldn't restrict how large Hírandor could be before level 10.
I mean, it doesn't have to. Doesn't have to.
Ah,
Let
Don't
me,
tease
let
me,
me, let me
Sheep.
see how big I can make Hírandor.
yes.
The art.
Yes! oh,
The
no.
I am... I am
There you go.
everything!
And his health is still not that great.
No, don't step on him. He'll hurt.
Can't even see my token now.
Maybe that's like every
Oh.
pixel.
Yeah. But like epics, like
Florg.
I don't know.
The Florg.
It would be
Yeah, that's correct, I think.
interesting.
Edling is slightly better, though his damage is still puny. Look at that.
Because the next logical step
He's always
up
there to be in the way.
is
That's
this.
what it does.
He's my minion. Been with me since
Anyone,
beginning. I love-
anyone wants these hot fire resistance adventure tier potions?
Adventurer too.
We're not
Jesus.
gonna fight anything adventure tier. Give him to Jax. You know what?
Yeah.
He can.
Here, Jax.
There's like a thing that he can use them for. I gave him my money. Give him your potions. It's like, Jax, take this. What is it? It's adventurous supplies. For no reason.
It's just
Why, you
taking
might
up
need them.
room.
I might actually keep the potion of healing adventure tier because we might run into an NPC who's like dying and I can't poke it into them to heal them. 1 hit point, right?
Yeah. That works.
Otherwise, it's like that scene you would have in a movie or something where Anrakyn stands there. There's like two really important guys, and you can save one by sucking the soul of the other. You have to choose who, and you're like, oh, I can't make that decision. And then we're like, but you have to save him. And then someone else is like, no, save him. You're like,
I mean, knowing Anrakyn, he would just suck the soul of both of them and heal Hírandor.
Much better. We can always speak with dead later.
Sheep has a point.
He does have a point.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything that deals straight hit point recovery. It's all, spend a recovery or gain a free recovery.
Hírandor likes the taste of souls, don't you?
Need like an item that when
Consider
you
your next
strike
answer
someone with
carefully,
this-
Hírandor.
Apart, it's only when he's falling apart that seems from being stabbed 1 billion times in one round.
He does get stabbed a lot. Like
He does get stabbed a lot.
a lot, but he is really big too, so it does make sense. Graham is
Yeah.
fine with not being attacked that much. Like, I'm
You know,
kind of a tank, but I don't need to. You know what? I'm fine being secondary tank. It's cool. I have no. You get stabbed. It's fine.
I built Hírandor to be the tank. He's doing exactly what I wanted him to be.
Go be stabbed.
Yeah.
I'll hang over here and like do support.
Because I got enough shit to keep myself alive. And I just have to hope that you guys can help me when it's not my turn. And
Graham does
Talia's
decent.
done really well.
We can do some invocations.
Oh, yeah,
I guess Graham is very
I-
situationally useful.
I forgot, yeah. I think I'm now going to have... My utility slot's going to be way upgraded now, so I'm actually going to be having scrying unlocked now as a thing on
Ooh.
hand.
That's interesting.
Not as useful as it would be in other games, though. You
No.
don't touch people to be able to scry on them.
Mm.
It's true, but it's good.
Within a
I'll
week,
have it
you
on
have
hand.
to poke this person physically, and you're like, well,
It's worth upgrading regardless because it makes all the other utility slots better.
it makes all the utility spells better.
Mhm.
So that no champion tier people can open like the door or whatever
Yep.
it is. That
Because
you-
right now I've been having level 3 and level 5 versions on hand at most level 3s. Now it's going to be upgraded to level 7 version.
7 version.
Yep.
Look at the
Everything's 7 now.
utility.
Because the thing is, it wasn't worth me like really upgrading it before to level 5 because that was just water breathing. It was like, water breathing I can go without most of the time.
Whole portal one. Yeah, champion tier creatures take an hour to open the door.
Yeah, and it takes an epic tier creature longer. Free. They have to. I have to fail my check 3 times against them.
Well, there we are.
3 failed DC 25 skill checks by the spellcaster.
Things can't be higher than epic tier, so you could lock literally anyone in the bathroom, and they would have to push and knock and punch the door until you began failing your checks.
You
know what we do? You know what we do?
You know what makes that one there with the
Hey.
champion tier one even better?
Psst, Tarlia.
Yes.
We sneak you in with whole portal epic into the enemy's lair and lock the door.
Just for the fact that he wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to open it.
Yeah.
Could I do a ritual version that locks all of his doors?
Oh. Lock him in his stupid volcano.
Damn it!
Damn it! Why did I build it so strong?
But the thing is, even right now, that DC 25 skill check by the caster needing to be made for me to I need to make to keep the door shut from epic tier creatures right now. You have to remember, I have a plus 19 on that check
So take 25%.
because 6
But if
plus.
you also
I
use invisibility, you can be invisible while doing it for an hour because you have high arcana.
Mm.
Yeah. True. It's like If you don't have High Arcana, it's 5 minutes. If you have High Arcana, it's an hour. This is like a tiny benefit. The only spell that has that stipulation in it that High Arcana matters. Apparently High Arcana people like to be invisible.
Well, token is updated. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Roll my relationship dice, I guess. Look at that. Bam.
Wow, everyone's like,
That's
wow.
Loving Jarl
Damn.
and Elf King.
Oh yeah, I should update that too, I suppose.
Woof. And remember to write it down, people.
Good thing the Elf King didn't die.
Put it in the Skype chat.
Architect.
Yeah. Also, apologies for the short session today. I sort of thought it would take longer, but last time I thought it wouldn't take as long, and now I got confused.
Yeah.
Let's see, I will click my boots and re-roll the first 3.
All right.
First 3? Damn.
Fucking lunatic.
No.
Nope,
No.
nothing. Nope. All right.
I really hope one
Positive
day
there.
I can.
It was
crit-
basically like, we killed all of the wilders in the Wilder Forest. Thank you for your warning. Like, oh, that was good. That was nice. We found the doom in a Fey portal and dispelled it. So that's done.
The invasion is stopped. Oh well.
Yeah.
That was good use of relationship die that one time.
Oh yeah, that was pretty nice. I mean, the Architect 6 is me basically calling up Gavir and Nace and be like, hey, I need you to sign this. And they're like, oh, okay.
We now own all the dead people that will be and ever have been in Grand Castle.
Yeah.
And all of the surrounding lands as well.
Yeah, any of his controlling lands.
And
He
he
sign-
will exert our influence over that domain with his all possible force and power.
The dead belong to the dread. It is the tithe that must be paid.
Okay. A second.
Take them to the Soul Forge.
No.
What?
No.
We had-
Why?
His
But-
door sounds like a giant bell. That's a sound. That's a sign. That's what we
That's-
do. Giant
and they
bells.
screen- And I screenshot to just also prove my rolls because I can't log in.
Good grief.
D6 for
Many
spirits.
dice.
Remember, I had the spirit jar.
Oh yeah, you have the jar. You have that bottle you whisper to as well.
You can make it the outsider. He gives you like a musket.
The basket pops out from the bottle. A poof. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I'll stop the recording. And thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll see next session, which will be on Friday, which means that this will probably be made available like tomorrow, Wednesday.
Strike the doom in the face.
Yeah, strike the doom in the face. I'll see you then. Bye.